And that's it. That's all from right now. Speaking of exciting people, now back to Meredith in little old New York.
Thank you, Willard. I want to replay this videotape. We were worried that Madonna was not going to get here, but she's here. She's in the studio. Madonna?
Yes.
Madonna? Hello. I'm glad you made it.
Me too.
Okay, I want to find out what took so long.
Hair.
Hair. It's always the hair. We'll be back with Madonna, but first, this is Today on NBC. I know what she means.
Andy's fault.
Here's to your perfect vacation in Italy.
She's a Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter, a dancer, a producer, and a fashion icon. You're about to see Madonna in a way she's never been seen before.
Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Or my way.
Okay, guys, on 3. Why on 3? That's just how we do it. Why not 5? Are you new here?
4 of you attacking one woman. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves?
No.
Pick on someone your own size.
Never.
Long live the king!
Oh, my daughter.
That is right. Madonna is the voice of the elf princess Selenia in the new movie Arthur and the Invisibles. Madonna, good morning to you. You have to turn around and wave to these folks. They are dying to see you.
Why are they up so early?
Because, see, this is why. They said to me yesterday, they said she's never done the Today Show. I'm going, how could she never have done the Today Show live? Is it that you don't like getting up, or?
I don't like getting up and talking to people this early.
Really?
Yes.
So what possessed you?
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, the producer of the movie. They always get you in the end. Well, welcome, welcome. It's so good to see you. And your hair looks beautiful.
Thanks.
I was
asleep while it was being done.
See, I saw my career flashing before my eyes when they said you weren't here. I wondered if I had done something.
No, but that's get into my world, because I'm always seeing my career flash before my eyes.
When was the last time it flashed before your eyes?
Well, I was promoting my album about a year ago, and I was really late for a live radio show, and I had to literally run 6 blocks to get to it.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
I was late. It was terrible.
Tell me about this.
That happens.
Yeah, it happens a lot. But because you're so busy too, is part of it. And now
I'm
you're
also late.
Well, you are late, but we're not going to rub that in because you're here now. And I want to talk about the movie because it is a Madonna that we've never seen before. You play an elf. What possessed you to take
an elf? And I play a princess, which is new for me.
Why did you want to play this role?
Why did I want to? Well, the bottom line is that it was offered to me by Luc Besson, who's a good friend of mine, a talented filmmaker, and I just loved the idea of playing a character where I could create a fantasy world that had nothing to do with who I am or what people associate me with, and just completely ignore the physical part of me. I could become someone else, essentially.
You were kidding about, you know, playing a princess, which is not really who you are, but it's sort of people do perceive of you in a way like that.
No. They perceive of me as a queen, not a
That's right.
a princess. And I don't normally fall in love with 10-year-olds.
No, well, I hope not.
So, yeah.
As a little kid, did you have an active imagination? Because when I was little, I was thinking about this watching the movie. I believed in leprechauns. Yeah. I actually dreamt about that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if I believed in leprechauns, but I did think about fairy godmothers, and I also thought that the devil lived under the stairs in my house. So
why would you think that?
Because I was raised Catholic. I don't know. Yes, I had an active imagination. I think that's how I ended up here. Yeah.
Just because your head was always working.
Yeah.
You know,
dreaming, scheming, imagining, fantasizing. Yeah.
Did you bring a coat?
Do I look cold?
Yeah, you do. And you said you thought it was very hot here. I'm just wondering.
Everyone said it was 70 degrees in New York, so we didn't bring winter clothes.
Oh, because I was going to take you out. These people want to say hello to you.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sure someone will let me borrow.
Yeah, we'll borrow a coat before we leave the interview. But I want to ask you, this whole week we've been looking at 55 years of the Today Show. We decided we wanted to take you down memory lane. Oh, so I'm going to show you some pictures, and I want you to tell me what comes into your mind. Burning up video from the early 80s. What was that time like for you?
Burning up?
The burning up video from the early 80s?
Oh, gee, that's the first video I ever made. Yeah.
Did you sense then that something big was going to happen to you?
Absolutely.
Not at all?
No.
So what was your goal then?
I was just a girl trying to get a job. Honestly, I just wanted to get one song played on the radio. That was my goal. I wasn't thinking big enough. I had no idea.
And then here you are, let's see, 84, no one can forget like a virgin, launched your career. 3 years later, you sat down with Jane Pauley, and you had this to say.
I hate this part.
Do you like people to look at you?
Most of the time. So embarrassing. What
Now,
do people
why
do
is
this
it
to me?
embarrassing?
Well, do you like looking at your high school yearbook?
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I mean,
But if you started your career when you were very young, which you might possibly have,
I
don't know
did,
you that
pretty
well.
young.
But if everything you said could and was held accountable against you for
well, is there anything that you
25 years?
said that now you say, I wish I hadn't done
No,
that?
no, it's not that. It's just embarrassing. I was incredibly precocious and naive and all those things. It's okay. I forgive myself for it, but it's slightly embarrassing.
When you look back now, can you believe how far you have come?
Yeah, because I've worked really hard to be where I am. So, yeah, I can believe it.
Okay, well, I want to talk to you a little bit more, and I want to get you out in the crowd. We're going to find a
Okay.
coat for you. We'll be
Okay.
back right after this with more Madonna.
Okay.
Do you like the film?
I love it.
The New York Times broke.
And we are back with Madonna. We can't get enough of you. I want to ask you what's on your mind these days, but before I do that, how are the kids? The last time I saw you, it was actually Halloween. That was the day. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you were just starting the adoption
Adapting.
process.
No, I wasn't just starting the adoption process. That was.
Well,
started
David
a
was
year
back
ago.
with you.
I was just starting to adjust to having 3 children
Yeah.
versus 2. Yeah.
And how is that?
Amazing, amazing. We went on our first holiday together over Christmas.
Where'd you
and
guys go?
I'm not telling.
Oh, okay. Hot, cold,
Very hot.
very hot.
Yeah, and we all got to run around in our bare feet and ride bikes in our bare feet, and it was lovely.
Is it an
really fun.
easier adjustment than you thought it would be, or harder?
Yeah, because I can get my older daughter to babysit for me.
Does she like that?
Yeah, actually, both of the kids are really great with him.
And I saw a picture of the
So-
3 of them together, and I think you may have commented on this, that David just looks like he belongs in this family, even
Yeah.
physically, everything about
I think
him.
he's got big eyes, big wide-set eyes. I must have been attracted to him because there was some resemblance somewhere.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I'm glad everything's working out.
Yeah.
Now, what is on your mind? I heard that Rosie is among
Yes.
the things on your mind. What about, you mean the conflict with Donald?
Well, I mean, Rosie's a good friend of mine, and I have to tell you, I didn't know anything about it. Somebody told me about it when I heard about it when I was in the middle of the Indian Ocean. So I sent her an email, and I said, is everything okay? What's going on? I had to hear it from the horse's mouth. And basically, I mean, she's a stand-up comic. I think all stand-up comics talk about provocative things in their monologues before shows, and I think that's a commonplace thing. I don't know exactly the content of what she said, but I have a feeling that if every stand-up comic was penalized for saying politically incorrect things or provocative things, I think they'd all be hung in the public square. So if people are giving Rosie a hard time, I wish they'd stop. I don't think it's fair.
But I guess you know as well as anybody, when you start to open your mouth and you're strongly opinionated, sometimes it backfires.
Yeah, speak the truth and shame the devil.
Yeah. Are there things that you've said that I mean, obviously there are through your career that maybe, because you are outspoken, that can get you into trouble?
Yeah, well, I did say the F word a few times when David
Don't
left.
do that now.
I'm not going to.
All right.
I don't swear anymore. I have children.
Is that what stopped you?
No.
See, that's helped me having kids.
No, we have a, you get penalized for saying bad words in our house. So I'm actually the person that has to pay the most amount of fines.
So we do the same thing. It's $1.
Really? Oh, ours
What's
is
yours?
$5.
$5 for a swear
Yeah.
word? So how much have you shelled
Actually,
out?
it's £5.
£5,
which is
of
$10.
course. So how much have you shelled out, do you think?
Oh, hundreds.
Really?
Yeah. It's quite expensive.
I know. Well, but then,
My mouth is quite expensive.
Do you, looking back over your career, I have to bring the picture up. It's the kiss. Not
Which one?
Which one? The Britney Spears Madonna kiss.
I've kissed so
That
many
caused a lot of controversy at the time. You were close to Britney then. Are you still? Have you been able to give her? Because she's been in the media a lot, especially over the holidays.
No, I haven't. I mean, we just worked together at that period of time. We did a record together. We did a TV show together. And we shared a kiss, and you know, I never saw her again. You see, that's how it goes in my life.
You kiss them and then they leave you.
Exactly.
It's just not right.
It's totally unfair.
Well, so you know no more conversation with her at all, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say that we were the best of friends. It was just a kind of a period of time where we were working together, and I kind of, you know, I struck up a bit of a friendship with her, but I live in England, she lives in Los Angeles, and she ran off and got married and had kids, and we kind of just drifted apart. It wasn't anything intentional.
We've been talking about Kate Middleton, who's
Prince William's
girlfriend, yeah, and showing the pictures of her being hounded by the paparazzi. You live in London, I imagine that's all over the tabloids constantly.
Yeah.
What's your impression of all of that?
What about the paparazzi hounding you?
Do you still get that in England?
Yeah.
Constantly?
Yeah. Well, England's a small country. There's only one city. There's a big concentration of celebrities living there, and so, you know, they just kind of, you get, there's a handful of people that get a lot of harassment, and there's a lot of focus on. Whereas in America, it's all spread out, they live all over the place, you know what I mean? It's not so intense.
So the royal family has asked that the paparazzi stay away from that couple. Will the paparazzi, from your experience?
Probably for 10 minutes.
And then go right back to it. How do you deal with it, then, on a daily basis?
I just, I mean, how do I deal with it? I just pretend they're not there.
Just live your life?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go outside and greet some people?
Let's go out there and live my life.
We'll get your coat.
Okay.
How long are you in New York for?
Just a few days.
And just promoting the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've seen it, so do you enjoy it?
Of course I've seen it.
All right. Well, what do you love about it, yourself as an elf?
I love me.
They've all been waiting to talk to you. Come on, whoops.
The camera just attacked me.
Come, I'll follow me. We don't want the camera to attack you. We just want you to greet some people.
Hi, Matt Lauer.
Hello, Madonna.
How are you? Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year.
We don't get this opportunity with you very often, and we
yeah.
appreciate it.
Aren't you going to wear a coat?
You could kiss me if you wanted to.
Aren't you going to wear a coat?
I'll wear a coat. Oh, it's Sybil Shepherd. A kiss, another kiss. Yeah, sure.
Oh, you're not going to wear a coat?
I gotta go right now.
Okay.
We can't tell you how much we appreciate you coming out, seriously. No, you won't be tripped. Go right that way.
Oh my God.
I told you I'd bring her.
Where are we going?
Right here, you can go right here. Madonna, do you miss New York?
Oh God, I miss it so much.
Do you really?
I keep telling my husband I want to come back here and I want to live here. And
Do you think you will?
I do actually. I'd like to come here and spend time here. Yeah.
And you have your DVD coming out in January, right?
Yes,
Confession
I do.
Store DVD.
Is this for me or her?
Yes, it is. It's for you. Will you greet your fans? I'm going to turn her over to the people who love her, including us. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
And the movie comes out when?
I think it comes out this weekend.
Oh, all right, good.
Yeah, it better.
Madonna, this is today on NBC. We'll be right back.
There's something funny happening on
like to shop. Stop and Shop.
You sing Christmas carols?
No, Christmas season is over. You can sing if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, Madonna doing a couple of numbers off her first album. When we come back...
Silent night.
Oh, then I'm not going to say anything. Like a virgin. We're back after this.
Oh dear.